Trying to stop you was their goal, but they failed and looking crazy for even trying to stop you. There are things that some of us are put here to do, and with a little bit more effort on your part, you would see that. And unfortunately, you would also see the negative sides that come with that. There are going to be people who are for you and support what you are trying to do with your life. But there are those who are going to oppose it, but secretly act like they're all for it, but do things to undermine your goals, your plans, the things you're trying to achieve to get there. You're not crazy. Don't let them gaslight you. The moment you feel that that's happening, you have a person on your hands that is dealing with the spirit of self-hatred and jealousy. To not want to see the growth take place in another person's life, or to be afraid of that person spreading their wings and taking flight, shows that there's untapped levels of insecurity within the other. And everybody deals with insecurity. When it's something you recognize, that means you can strategize. Whether it's something that someone is forcing upon you to feel, or it's something that you recognize within yourself that you actually need to work on. Some insecurity is false. All right. Some people feel a false sense of insecurity because you're getting hit with the okie doke, and someone may be trying to force you to feel a certain way because it benefits the game that they may be trying to run on you. All right. You have to make sure you can see that, because when a person is trying to stop you from achieving something, they're going to try and flip the script and make it seem like that's not what they're doing. They're going to be pointing everything but the kitchen sink, maybe even the kitchen sink, back at you, because you're aware of what they're doing, and they're trying to deflect your attention away from that and back onto the things that they see wrong with you. But how you know someone is trying to play games with you is that they waited. They saved these things about you, these issues they claim they have, is either something from the past and they're just being petty and bringing it back up, or it's something that they saved and waited to strategically use against you to try to deflect the moment and the spotlight off of them and their behavior back onto you. But you're not the one trying to stop them, because odds are they aren't doing anything that could be stopped. And even if they were doing something, you aren't the type of person that would want to stop them from doing that. You do motivate people to go do things and get things done. And you can't allow someone to even try to scapegoat you as the reason to why they didn't get something done if you aren't the actual reason why. People make excuses. Odds are you've probably made some of your own. But the reason why you're motivated, the reason why you want to do things and you're so caught up on getting them done is because you've been there. You got the t-shirt. You know what a good excuse, you know how bad a plan becomes from a good excuse. You know how bad something you're trying to do with your life can become because of a good excuse. The better the excuse, the worse off whatever it is you're trying to do is going to be. Whether that's you, yourself, a project, life. You don't want to be making excuses. That means you're covering up what you didn't do and creating a comfort zone type reality full of lies for yourself to live in. So that way, for the time being, you can feel comfortable about not doing something that you told yourself you were going to do. And that's why some people try to stop you from doing what it is you want to do, because you stir that up within them. You make them feel that uncomfortability, that self-hatred, the fact that they lied to themselves about who they are. And you shake the fabrics of their reality because they begin to realize they're not who they claim to be. If somebody makes you feel like you're not who you are, you know there's some work. W-O-R-K, there's some work that can be done and put in with your time to allow yourself to not feel that way. But some people cover that up. Some people ignore that, not realize what it's doing to them until they're ready to take it out on someone else and they don't know how to deal with it. And they blame it on the other person because in their mind they feel that it's you causing them to feel this way. No, this is unsettled, unrequited, whatever that word is. All right, unsettled, unacquitted, or unsomething. Self-love within the person. And other people end up having a problem with you because you don't reflect the same thing they see within themselves. And they'll try to kill that spirit within you that is willing to go after the things that they told themselves they couldn't have. And their beef lies with you because you know you can have these things. You know it's something that you don't need to pray for. You need to pray that it works out. But you know that it's something that you could work for. You know it's something that you can create for yourself. It's not something that is going to fall out of the sky. You know that. It's got to be something that you do. Things aren't going to happen because you want them to happen. Things aren't going to happen because you wish that it would happen. You can sit all day and wish for something to happen. It won't happen. You'll be sitting there and nothing will happen. Nothing. So if you can tell that somebody is trying to stop you from doing something and it's something that they don't want you to be, it's up to you to put yourself in an environment where you can become that. You don't want to waste time fighting and battling and warring over what you know that you can do. Don't let people try to play you and make you think that it's nothing that they're doing when it's everything that they're doing. They know what they're up to. They know they have a hand and an aid in destroying what they don't want to see take place, what they don't like. They know there's something about what you're doing that they don't like, and you can tell because every time you do it, you see the evil come out this person. You see the demon come out this person. You see this person turn into somebody that they're not supposed to be, or at least somebody that they claim not to be. And you can't let You can't let their words be more powerful than their actions, because they'll tell you up and straight up and down that that's not what this is. When you can feel the damage of it, and if that's not what it is, then why is the damage of what they're saying it's not there? If you're not doing something, then the damage of what you say you aren't doing shouldn't be there. If you're not hitting me, the bruise shouldn't be there. If you're not doing something to me, then the effects of what you say you aren't doing shouldn't be there. And then they want to go and have all these names and terms and have all these things to say about you, about the things that you noticed and are aware of that they're doing, to further gaslight. Hey, that's not happening. It is happening. Oh, you're just thinking that. You're just seeing that. You're not feeling that way for no reason. You didn't just see that, but not see it. You saw it. You may not have enough proof to actually believe that this is what's happening, or it's catching you by the blind side that this person could actually be doing this. And these are the things that you're going to have to get over. Someone is doing something that's not right, and you have to remove yourself. That's what you have to do, because you can't allow that to ruin what you know you can't afford to have ruined. And that's what you're supposed to be doing with your life. You can't have what you're supposed to be doing with your life thrown away or ruined because of lack of awareness, fooling yourself, thinking that something's not there when it is. All right? There are people who are trying to stop you. There are people who are going to end up looking wild for trying to stop you, because it's going to be enough times of something happening or a pattern that you're able to see it. And if it feels like there's nothing you can do about how someone is acting or behaving, then that's a decision that you're going to have to look at and think about and make and consider what you're going to do with yourself and your life as far as you dealing with them. Are you going to continue to still deal with them? It's not good to put what you're trying to do for you and for your life to the side because of trying to please other people and make them happy. You have to please God first, and then you have to make sure you're pleased and you're happy and you're satisfied with who you are and what you're doing with your life, regardless of who wants to try to get in the way and who doesn't want to see that happen. You're not feeling that for no reason. If somebody wasn't trying to stop something from happening in your life, you wouldn't feel that they were. You get around other people, you don't feel that around them. So if a person is trying to stop something and you feel that and you see the signs of them doing that, then you're not going crazy. This person has an issue with the directions that you're trying to take, because it's going to lead you in a place that they know they may not be able to go, or they know they can't go, or they don't want you to go. And you have all the right to be there. If you're willing to work towards something, if you want to achieve something, and you believe in yourself to use your time a certain way to go after what it is that you know is rightfully yours for the taking. All you have to do is a certain amount of things to get there. But those who claim they're for you are becoming roadblocks or stumbling blocks so that you don't get there, and you find yourself not getting there. And if you see yourself being able to get there with the subtraction of certain things and certain people, then you know what you're going to have to do. And in order to win, it's going to take some sacrifices. In order to get ahead, it's going to take some sacrifices. You're going to have to remove all types of things out of your life. You're going to have to remove yourself from all types of people, all types of things, all types of places. You're going to have to get a lot of the bad out of the way, so that way you can continue to move towards the better things and the good things that you're supposed to have in your life. And anybody can attest to this. I'm not saying anything that anybody hasn't said before. I'm just saying it in my own way, and I'm probably not too far from what anybody else has said about things like this. If you want to win, you can. If you want to succeed, you can. Keep it to yourself. Your life plans, the things you want to do, don't tell anyone. People won't know how to stop you. People won't know what to interrupt. They won't know what to try to get in between. If people are trying to get in between the things that you need to do to get ahead, and creating excuses and always having a reason for you to have to not do it or put it down or do it later or never get to it, that's a sign that your success may not be a top priority to this individual. And if you want to succeed, your success, the people you have in your life, your success is going to have to be a top priority to them. Because if it's not, then they're not going to care about what you're trying to do or where you're trying to go. You have to care about that. And if nobody else does, that's fine. But that means that if they don't care about it, that means they don't care about you. It's impossible for somebody to not care about your success and care about you. Doesn't matter who that person is. They can say whatever they want. If it's something that you want to do with your life and you see them in the way of it in any way, shape, or form, and doing things purposely to try to make sure that you don't get there or that those types of things don't happen for you in your life, that's a sign that you're going to have to choose what you want to do over that person. You're going to have to choose what you want to do over those people. And if you're not hurting anyone, if you're not doing anyone any wrong or any harm, or if you're not hurting yourself or doing yourself any harm, and there's just something that you want to do and something that you want to be, and it's driving you crazy because it seems like you have to choose between what you want to do and someone else because that person is putting themselves in between or in the way and acting like they're not, and trying to play you and trying to gaslight you about that, then don't waste your time. Don't stress over it. Don't get upset over it. Just do what it is you need to do. That will eliminate all the stress. You don't have to stress over what you should do or who you should have in your life. That's an easy equation. All you have to do is do what you were put here to do and do what you're supposed to do, and put yourself first and give all your time and effort and energy to you, and everything will work out the way it's supposed to. And everything will be peaceful for you and the way you want it to be. And you'll have time to think and breathe and make it the way you want it to be, without any hassle or distraction or negativity. It's going to be some people that are going to be out here looking wild and looking crazy because they were unable to get you to give up, unable to make you quit, unable to make you see yourself the way they wanted you to, because it was going to suit them better and their agenda and what they wanted to do or how they wanted to do things. It's okay to want to do things a certain way in your life. You can't try to go do things a certain way or make someone do things a certain way in their life. You can't control a person that's life's already predestined. The devil can't use anyone to try to control a person whose life is already predestined. God already has a plan for you. God already has something that he put you here to do specifically. The devil will try to use people to try to get in between that. You have to be a good judge of character to be able to see who that is. See who's trying to rip you away from what you were put here to do, your purpose, and planning that out and mapping that out. So that way you can have a bright future. That's right, I said it. That way you can have a brighter future. So if you know that's you, and you know you want a brighter future, and you know you're about your success, then don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Hit that like button. Hit that share button. And don't forget to subscribe. All right, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep working on yourself and putting all your time and your energy into you. Peace, love, and light. We out.